right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Hobbs as it is senior night on the final week of the regular season. The Cavemen take on the Hobbs Eagles in a last week attempt to get an upset win. They are not favored in this game. Hobbs has a 7-2 record. The Cavemen come into this game with a 5-4 record. Hobbs was able to defeat Centennial, and they put up 51 points against Artesia. They had themselves a pretty good year. Let's go over the year for the Cavemen for the Eagles in terms of how they performed. They started off the year against Lovington, beat them 41-13 to start it all off. On week 2, they played Artesia right after Carlsbad had lost to Artesia and lost to them 51-41. Okay, so I did not have the right score on that one. The next week after that, on September 5th, they played Roswell, beat them 37-27. On the 12th, they played in El Paso against Parkland, beat them 49-22. This is a team that can put up big numbers, and they've done it all year long. It looks like they have scored as little at the one time that they scored, under 40 points. It looks like was against Las Cruces when they put up 13, but they've scored 41, 41, 37, 49, 13, and then 47, 44, 51, and 51. So they have had a really strong offensive year. This is a team that the Cavemen will have to be very buttoned up for. They are going to need to limit their penalties, of course, and try and make things just happen offensively, keep up with the Eagles. Obviously, the strong suit for the Cavemen this year has been being able to mix it up both in the air and on the ground offensively, but defense has been a key component of this team this year. So the Cavemen, a pretty well-balanced team, looking for their 6th win of the year. If they can make the upset tonight, that would put them in a really good position for the state playoffs. And I believe a win tonight would give them a home game in the first round of the playoffs, which would, of course, be a huge draw, and Carlsbad would have to show up to that one big time. Ruben is here with me. Ruben, tonight the Cavemen taking on the Hobbs Eagles. This is going to be a tall task.
Yes, for sure. The Hobbs Eagles at 7-2, playing at home, and just saw one of the guys going to Arizona State. I think a couple other ones going play football somewhere in the next level. Looking at their schedule, they only lost a couple of games in a shootout against Artesia. They lost 51-41. So they're going to be a tough opponent for sure.
So the last game that the last 2 games that the Eagles have played were against Clovis and Oregon Mountain, both teams that the Cavemen defeated as well, but they put up 51 points against both of these teams. So this is a offense that has been hot. A 4-game win streak. All of those 4 games, Ruben, 44 points or more. So the Cavemen defense is going to have their hands full tonight without question.
Yeah, that's definitely a for sure on that one. So we're going to definitely have to be ready for this game. The weather is perfect. There's no excuse as far as the wind or anything. It's going to be just the right Halloween night. Usually it's kind of cool on Halloween, but it's pretty nice out here.
It is. It's nice. Let's see. Listed at 64 degrees right now. It will get obviously cooler throughout the night, but it is looking like a nice weathered night, like you had said. The wind, not really a huge factor right now. Don't have a flag up right now to gauge that because they, for some reason, have the flag down. I think they're going to have somebody honor that maybe in the middle of the field, a ceremony. So, tonight is senior night. If you guys didn't catch that, it is senior night here in Hobbs. Cavemen had their senior night last week in Carlsbad. And Ruben, I guess we haven't been to this stadium in a couple of years, and it always kind of blows my mind how large this stadium is. It is basically capacity for, a small or mid-major college.
Probably a mid-sized college for sure. Yeah. I guess the last time we came was when the Cavemen played Artesia COVID year. So it's been, 21
like 4
or 22?
Then. Yeah, it feels like a long time ago. But yes, this is a matchup that we've been looking forward to a lot. I talked to Coach Sanders this week on the Coaches Show, and one of the biggest things was that they are focusing on them, not focusing as much on, the hype around the game. It's more about, hey, we're healthy. We're going to go give it 100%. We're going to do everything we can to leave a lasting impression on these seniors on their last night here tonight. So I think tonight's going to be cool because they are playing out there for their seniors. Every year you're playing for your seniors on their last game, whatever. But this year, I think he said that they had about 28, 29 seniors suiting up that came on this trip tonight, or maybe, a little less than that. But I mean, they're going to leave it all out there. That's for sure. And that's a big part of coming out here and loving the game that you're playing, because it's a family unit.
Yeah, I mean, you're of course you're out here to win the game. You're out here to get a better seeding for the state tournament. All that stuff. Maybe, like you said, have a chance of getting a home game and stuff. But the bottom line is you want to come and play your best football, because win or lose, Hobbs is going to be in the state tournament.
Yes.
And you probably are too. But all it's going to help you is in seeding and get you momentum going in. Let's say if they were to get beat by a field goal or a touchdown, at least you can play with them, and that's your best thing. Of course, you want to beat them by 30 if you can, but this is going to be a tough opponent.
Yes, apparently last week, putting up 28 points against Las Cruces. I mean, the Cavemen were not favored in that game at all. I believe the spread on that was something like 30 points or something like that. And they did a little bit better than that, but putting up the 28 points, that was the second most points scored on Las Cruces. And, we put it out there and get your comments and stuff on social media and things like that. Well, they subbed out some of their varsity guys at the end of the game. We scored, whatever. You're still putting up points against the Las Cruces team with lots and lots of depth. And if anything else, I mean, with, all excuses aside, that is still something that is burned into your mind. If you're a varsity starter or player on this team, you go into the next week going, we put up 28 points. It doesn't matter how it was done. You don't have to keep, going into the minor details. It's all about, the confidence that it brings. And to me, that's what matters.
That's
right?
Huge. Yeah. So we'll see if that momentum does anything for this game or not. But like I said, they've got to just take it one quarter at a time, one play at a time. Small samples. Don't get frustrated on the turn. If they can keep from turning the ball over and he can hit the receivers, Marley should have a good game tonight.
Yes, I think that's one of the biggest keys to tonight's game, is being able to mix it up as we've done this year. I mean, this is a offense that historically, I mean, over the last 10 years, we've seen most of those years be running game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working. Let's go back to the running game anyways, because we're comfortable with it and we don't want to make mistakes. This year, the green light has been smashed for Marley Munoz, and I love it, because this is a kid that at the beginning of the year, very, very obviously, he was not confident in his abilities, because we saw that the ball safety just wasn't really there. He'd get in, for Eloy in a couple of games, and I don't know if it was nerves or if it was just inexperience, but as he, progressed throughout the year, very clear that he has the swag, he's got the confidence. And I mean, even just seeing him in public, it's like, that's our quarterback. You know what I mean? And I think that's just another component of just being successful on this team, just having the confidence from your coach, but also in yourself. And he's grown in confidence, I'd say, huge.
Ton, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course we haven't talked about his arm strength. He's got some arm strength like you wouldn't believe, and he can throw it down the field. I don't know how far he can throw it. I couldn't guess, but I would say he could at least throw it 50 yards. It'd be my guess.
Yeah, he's got a gun, that's for sure. So a guy you might want to hopefully see if we can figure out a way to get him on the mound as well, because
that'd be something.
That'd be something. But the Cavemen about to get out there and bust through their banner. It says Carlsbad Cavemen on it, with the Carlsbad Cavemen silhouette as the Cavemen prepare to bust through it and get things started. Just waiting on the senior night ceremony to finish up here for all of that to really get started. The Eagles have the tunnel like the Cavemen used to have, and here come the Cavemen now, busting out with their American flags and getting out there. Not a ton of travel from the fans just yet. It is still 5 minutes before kickoff, but maybe I would expect another 30 to 40 people coming in. But yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of fans here tonight. But why? It's Halloween night.
That's for sure. You got families with younger kids, and that's an important and big night for families. So you could understand that. But, parents are here and people that are really, really close to the Cavemen are going to be here to support them.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we are going to take a break and be back here in just a moment. It's time for the national anthem, and we'll be back.
Hello?
You're still talking on.
Oh. Let me hang it. Hold on. See, so that call myself.
Holy smokes, let's see.
Come on.
All right. Oh, they got a set like the lyrics in their song.
A lot of gunpowder in that one.
Yeah. All right, we're going to start. All right, guys. Welcome back, guys. It is, of course, senior night here in Hobbs for the Eagles. The Cavemen got out through their banner. The Eagles now came out to do their prayer in the end zone as well. So it is going to be a beautiful night here in Hobbs, and it is hopefully going to be a dogfight in this game in favor of the Cavemen. That's what we're looking for. Talk to several different players. They feel good about coming into this game, and of course, they look forward to this game. This feels like a rivalry game for Carlsbad every year, and I think now we're starting to see that more and more rivalries are just district games. We're just trying to beat every district opponent as much as we, as much as we can, and just make their way to the playoffs. That's really what it comes down to. So, we'll see what happens.
And I would say that probably Hobbs and Carlsbad are the most rivalry games in softball, in baseball, in basketball. You know what I mean? Of course, they're usually pretty strong in basketball.
They are.
But we've compared and competed with them in the past. So I think that's probably our biggest rival besides Artesia because they're in our district. And
right. Absolutely. No, for sure. All right. So tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Forest Tire, Tate Branch Autoplex, and BES Supply. We are on Carlsbad Radio, 96.3 FM KAMQ, and on YouTube on All Sports Best. You can catch us if you aren't already. Also on Carlsbad Radio is where you can find us as well. So we'd love to have you guys on the broadcast and, of course, listening right here on YouTube or wherever it is that you're listening from, because we know how much it means to these boys to see that support from you. So we will do our best to keep the camera moving. We're going to multitask tonight and get things rocking. So here comes the kickoff now. Carlsbad will receive. Here's the kickoff, just a small, short kickoff there. Nice hop there to Evan Leos. He's going to take off to the left side of the field. He's going to try and find his way. He's going to get about to the 29-yard line. We'll see where they spot this one. But a pretty good little run back, Ruben, on that one. Not a lot of space to run, and took the long way, but got some yardage and a nice little field position at about the 31-yard lines where they're going to spot this. That's surprising.
Oh, that's a good spot. Yeah, that's probably one of the better runs last game. I don't think he ever got past the 25-yard line. So, yeah, he got a good run back there.
Absolutely. So this is going to be the first series of the game for the Cavemen. We're going to have the wide angle for you on the broadcast.
We've got Castaneda in the backfield. That's unusual.
All right, so starting this game off hot, and they are going to fake the handoff to Castaneda, and Munoz is going to run for the first down here. Good run there. He's got to hold on to this one tight, and he's going to get out of bounds. That's a first down for the Cavemen. Nice first play, Ruben, an 11-yard run for the starting quarterback, Marley Munoz.
Yeah, I know one play doesn't mean a whole lot, but that's a good start for the Cavemen. He was moving his feet and had the whole team trying to tackle him.
Mm-hmm. Had the whole squad on him. All right, so 11 minutes, 26 seconds as we get things started. Here's Munoz handing this one off to Bobby Castaneda, becoming a running back here early. Another first down for the Cavemen, about 12 yards. So back-to-back great runs, and no Brock Wright yet with a touch. So Ruben, Cavemen coming out right now saying, hey, we've got more weapons than maybe you usually see on film in the running game, and I like it so far.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe Coach Sanders is pulling out some stuff that he was been saving.
If you're going to do it.
Save it for this time of the year.
Absolutely. 11 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. Appreciate you guys for joining us here tonight. And Munoz gets the snap in the shotgun. He's going to go to the short side of the field. On the right side, he's going to get pulled down by his jersey. Almost looked like a little bit of a horse collar there, but about a yard gain, I believe, if not just getting back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like they're going to spot this one 0-yard gain.
Yeah.
So second and 10.
Looked like they grabbed him kind of like by the shoulder pad or something and kind of spun him around. But
so, Ruben, I don't know if you heard about this because I just saw that play there, but the NFL is considering changing the rule from long hair. You cannot tackle if you pull by the hair in the NFL, which is an interesting new development. We'll talk about that more here in just a moment. Here's Munoz with Brock Wright in the backfield. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Here's the handoff to Brock Wright. He's going to get this one for about 3 yards on the play, and that's his first touch of the game. One of the strongest weapons on the field for the Cavemen this year. Brock Wright has been phenomenal, Ruben.
Yeah. He's a solid back. I don't know if you call him a fullback or a running back, but he's.
I think you definitely call him a running back.
You have to gang tackle. Well, I always think of a fullback as the bigger back. You know,
the stronger,
and he's the guy that's gonna bull you over.
Can he be both? 10 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock. Here's the snap to Munoz. Munoz finds his man over the top. That's Eloy Lopez for a first down. The Cavemen moving the chains yet again. A 1st and 10 here. That's going to be on the 29-yard line, the Hobbs 29-yard line. Ruben, looking good early.
Yeah, so on the drive over here, we talked about Eloy Lopez maybe not getting enough touches, and I think that's a good thing to get him some early touches, and he looked good on that play.
He did. So, Ruben, right here early, Cavemen using many of their weapons right away, and I love it because you have to come out. You can't save anything in this game, I don't think. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it comes down to. So here comes a running play here. Nice play to Castaneda, and that's going to be another good yardage gain.
Yeah, that was a good, 7 yards maybe?
I'd say so. Looks like they're spotting him at about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah.
So another good spot there for the Cavemen.
Yeah, some play we really haven't seen.
So 9 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock.
Well, I think what we have to think about is that we've got to try to score in every possession because the numbers that Hobbs has been putting up has been pretty phenomenal. So I feel like if we don't score in every possession, then
Yeah.
they're gonna have a chance to score anyways.
So 2nd and short here, 2nd and 2. It looks like the handoff, the fake handoff, and the quarterback, the QB run. I'm sorry, up the middle is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to get stopped there for no yardage gain. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 situation here. Beautiful night here in Hobbs, America.
I don't know who came up with that phrase, but it's stuck, huh?
I thought it was something about TV or something like
Oh,
that was
really?
what I heard, but I'm not sure. So 8 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Cavemen using plenty of time to get some yardage here. And there's a nice run up the middle by Marley Munoz. And Munoz is not afraid to use his body to get extra yards right there. He just goes right